Alright, in this video I'm going to be showing you the 5 best ways that you can make your footage look more professional.
I'm weary, wasted as it comes, yeah. Out of truth, out of hope, out of love.
Number 1, get ND filters. I'm going to link some below, but you don't have to buy them. They're just some ND filters that I personally use with my drone. They work really good. I've got an ND with a CPL over the top, which is this filter which can also make your footage more colourful. But if you do that, then you can shoot in more lighting conditions and it was just better for your drone. The next thing is we're going to be flying close to objects. I'm going to be demonstrating that out there. And then the third thing is to just do, instead of just doing some straight shots, you want to actually be kind of going around and like curving and doing different movements. So I'll also be representing that out there. Our fourth thing that we want to do is the editing. And the editing is extremely important. Because when we edit this, you got to shoot in a flat profile. And when we edit the footage all together at the end, you want to add all the colours and stuff over the top because this is going to look pretty plain straight out of the camera. I'll be showing you my settings that I'll be using out there, and then I'll be showing you how to edit it back at home on your computer. And after that we're just going to add some black bars on the top and the bottom of the footage, and that'll give it a more professional look. So let's get out there. We've got some pink algae or something and we'll get these shots. We've made it out here to this stunning location. This is just like across the road from where I live. But getting the Mavic 2 zoom all set up, and we've got this pink algae here, so I'm going to be taking some photos, and I'll switch to a screen record of what we do when we're around here, and then I'll show you the editing when we get back. So that's all from now. You'll go to the recording and yeah, we'll check that out. Alright, so here we are, we're up and away with the drone.
Please check it on the map.
Let me spin it around so you guys can see us. So here we are, so just up the exposure a tad. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you're going to head into settings and you're going to try and turn on your D-Cine-like format. So as we see here, you go into color, and if you turn on normal, see how it gives it that color, change it to D-Cine-like, it gives you more flexibility in post. Or if you've got a setting like that on your drone, change it to that one that makes it look more of a flat color profile. It's kind of like a raw image. Image format, change that to raw. You always want that on raw. And yeah, we're going to do 4K 24 frames a second for the most cinematic videos. So let's get right out there and I'll show you the first video move that we need to do. Alright, so we're out here now. I'm going to up the exposure a little bit. And the first thing I want to do, now this is fine if you don't have zoom or any of the features that this drone has, because you can still pull off a similar move. I'm going to move it out a bit more, zoom in, and then with my camera, grab on the screen and tilt my camera, not the drone. You can tilt your drone, but just tilt the camera over a little bit. Now, I want to lower the exposure just a tad so we get the lighthouse and everything in the background all nicely done. And we can up those cliffs exposure in the future. So, as I hit record, I'm going to now slowly start moving out like this. And like this. Now, keeping your drone spinning very slightly with my right stick pointed up to the top left hand corner and my other stick to the right hand top corner. I might have a image representation of that movement on the screen now, but as you can see that it kind of slowly spins the drone whilst bringing it out to get a very lovely cinematic shot. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go down to this pink algae, and when we're at this pink algae, I'm going to get nice and low, and low shots also look extremely cinematic because it makes the drone look like it's going faster when it's really not. So as we see all this pink algae out at sea, obviously this is going to look pretty flat at the moment in my recording, but we can make this color really pop out in post-production. Alright, so for this shot, I'm just lining up the pink algae. Once I've got that lined up, I want to go really low, and I'm going to chuck the drone into sport mode so we can be absolutely flying along. Focus that on the pink algae. Gonna just point it down a tab more so it gets more on that. Perfect. We're down nice and low. Hit record, and I'm just gonna go straight forward. Also maybe bring the drone down just that touch so it looks like it's flying past really nice and fast. Gonna get that shot. Slowly tilt the camera up as well as bring the camera up. Now what this, we're gonna kind of do a seesaw. Bring the camera back down now over that whilst turning slightly. Yes it does, I turned it on. And we see more of that pink algae. Now we're going to do a nice swooping shot here. This is also extremely cinematic. Making sure just to get down and low. Always having some sort of an eye on your drone. Okay, so this one going down nice and smoothly. Sport mode's humming along really close to these rocks. So you probably want to be a pretty decent flyer by the time you are accomplishing some of these. But as we see, go up and down, all that makes cinematic shots, and you can edit that in post. So now I'm gonna show you guys how you can get some professional grade photos. So I'm gonna switch over to photo mode right now. I'm gonna turn that HDR mode off, to be perfectly honest. As we can see, all the pink algae just looking truly stunning. But I'm gonna change this back to single shot, and you'll notice that goes a lot darker. I'm gonna brighten that up a little bit. And we're just going to quickly go into this and make sure that this is set on raw. Perfect. Alright, style, we want that all set like that. Perfect. Feel free to pause the video at any time if you need. White balance, we're going to click on cloudy because that's what it's like at the moment. So now flying back over to my location, I'm going to try to get everything in this one shot. As we see the cliffs, the rocks, the whitewater channels, and the pink algae, this shot is going to be a one of memories. This, I'll post it on my photography Instagram, and yeah, you can go check that out. Link will be in the description. So taking a few photos of that, and then you can choose the best one in post. I like to take at least 2 photos. All right, now we're gonna venture over to the lighthouse, still with 50% battery. And we're gonna, I'll get back to you when I'm back over there. Another extremely high quality cinematic shot that you can get is actually if you're up nice and high. So you're gonna be focused in on that, up nice and high, and just slowly bringing the drone down. Keep in mind that I am in sport mode on a Mavic, so with other drones this movement may look a lot slower. I'm also going to be zooming in whilst doing this, and when fully zoomed in, I'm going to start to slowly do this nice panning movement. Beautiful. Okay, so there we go. From there onwards, starting to look truly cinematic. Slowly moving the camera upwards as well. So as you can see, not many shots going just straight forward. You always want to have a bit of a different approach on some of these. Now I'm going to do a dolly zoom here, so zoom out whilst taking this drone forward and revealing that landscape. So I'm going to be stitching all these into a short video for you guys, and hope you enjoy. I'm just going to get a few more photos over there, bring you back when we're inside. Alright, so now we're back inside, and we're just going to edit this little clip so I can show you guys what I like to do in post. Keep in mind, all editing softwares are different. I'm on Final Cut Pro X, and yeah. So the first thing you want to do is go to where you see the most detail and all the different colors. Select your clip, go up to your color effects panel, and you can just change these to your liking. Now, this one's already been pre-done, so I'm going to delete that.
and do one right here for you guys. So, with the whites, I'm going to actually bring them up a bit because they were quite dark. The greys we're going to bring down a little bit. The blacks need to come down a bit. I always like to bring the blacks down. And then overall exposure, just bring that down a tiny bit. Now we're going to saturation, and you just tweak these to your liking, whatever makes the clip good. Don't go too high on the whites, it can make the clip look a bit fake. So just try and make it look as realistic as possible. So, and then the master just evens all that out. And that's it for the editing back in the studio. I'll make a short little video for after this. Enjoy, and like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time.
Coming up only to hold you under, and coming up only to show you wrong, until